This episode of Can Plays features the alternate endings in Hiveswap Friendship Simulator of the following trolls. If you haven't watched the first attempts at befriending these children, click on the button above and watch those first so you're all caught up. What's up, kiddos? It's your friend Can, and I'm back with more Hiveswap Friendship Simulator. We're going to continue on with our replay of the different volumes. We're going to go straight into Volume 2. Volume 2 was of Aesthetics, Crimson, and Otherwise. You will remember that these were our darling Amisia and Cirava, which I failed to befriend either of them. So we're going to try that again, starting with Amisia. Whoa, what light through yonder weirdly organic architecture breaks? A small figure approaches. Oh my gosh. You are so far you've swallowed quite a few insults in regards to your looks and intelligence level. You aren't really the type to let the shallow opinions of others get you down, but it's been kind of a rough day. You brace yourself. Cute! Oh. She gives you a sweet, sincere smile. I've never seen anything like you. It's giving me all sorts of new ideas. Boy, do you hope some of those ideas are about friendship. Now that you've got a taste of it, you are hungry for more. You take a stumbling step forward, and your ribs remind you that although the potential of camaraderie is enough to improve your mental health, it can't cure acute injuries. Oh, you don't look so good. Come inside. I've been looking for new contributors. Contributors? Could she mean friendship contributors? No, that's dumb. Maybe she runs some sort of alien newspaper and she wants you on staff. She looks a little young for that, but what the heck do you know about alien management hierarchy? You follow her to a nearby building, and now that you're looking up from your ravenous hunt for companionship, you notice that you've wandered into kind of an upscale part of town. There's a lot less garbage and people collapsed in the street. You see one of those spiky robot things, but it's washing a window instead of shooting a laser at a group of children. If that's not high glass, you don't know what is. Before you can follow her inside, she turns around in the threshold, blocking your way. Real quick. You don't happen to be an artist, do you? Artistry? Well, as a matter of fact. Now, I made this mistake very early on the first time. No, I have to completely lie here and pretend that I don't know what the fuck an art is. What is art? Is it a food? Oh, good. Friendships between artists can be so fraught. Much better to just keep things between artists and art appreciators. That way no one can get jealous. The girl's smile widens even further and you feel an unbelievable rush of joy. Have you finally found someone who isn't a total fucking maniac? Not likely. You are on Alternia. Sorry, I can't speak. And she brought up friendship without you having to mention it at all. It puts a spring in your step. Or as much of a spring as possible with a broken arm and misaligned torso. Amisia leads you into an elevator with buttons labeled in spiky letters that make absolutely no sense to you. You realize that probably nothing is ever going to make sense to you again. That's okay. Your hierarchy of needs is adjusted recently. Your new friend, you are jumping the gun with this descriptor, but you are feeling seriously good about this encounter, stands in the corner of the elevator, wringing her claws. I wish I'd known I was going to have company. I would have cleaned up a little. It's been a while since I've met anyone new. You assure her that whatever disaster her house is in can't be any worse than some other places you've seen here. Although you kind of get what she means. She's wearing an artist's smock that's covered in splashes of paint. Actually, it doesn't really look like paint. But it couldn't be anything else, could it? It's every color of the rainbow. Oh, sweet summer child, back in the day. The elevator door slides open, and you step into a space that you are relieved to find is totally recognizable. A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes, cloudy jars of water, and sponges. Several easels stand beside the windows to catch the light of the two moons, and a number of canvases lean against the wall, turned so you can't see what's on them. First things first. Amisia brings you over to a wall screen that looks way more high-tech than anything you have on your now-defunct spaceship, tapping away at a series of unreadable symbols. She then indicates you should take off your sling. Here. Go ahead and stick it in there. She seems to want you to put your injured arm into a large hole in the wall, which you do, because you are sure your new friend has your best interests at heart. The hole shrinks down like a blood pressure cuff, sending bolts of agony through you. You want to yank your arm back out, but you don't. Even if it's broken, you still like having it attached to you. Instead, you shout a lot and thrash your other limbs around. Calm down, you big wriggler. It's like you've never seen a medicalizer before. If you don't stop moving, it won't work. Tears spill down your cheeks, but you force yourself still. You'll bear the pain. You'll do it for your friend. She's looking at you so hopefully, and she's so delicate and pretty, almost angelic. You look at her face and tell yourself it's all gonna be okay. Finally, the hole releases you and you pull your arm back out to find it completely healed. You can move your fingers. It doesn't even hurt anymore. Hey, things are looking up. See? I told you. This is great. You are overwhelmed with the urge to celebrate. And guess what? In order to become her friend, we're gonna fucking celebrate. Hell yeah. You try to resist the urge to celebrate. You fail to resist the urge. You take Amisia by her tiny hands and twirl her around the studio. Or, you try to. You forgot about your busted ribs. You sure are doing that a lot. You let go of Amisia and go careening into one of the tables. Thankfully, not the one covered in art supplies. You hit the corner and go down onto your already incredibly sore ass. Thankfully, that ass did not murder a small troll boy last episode. This is what you get for acting like a huge fucking tool in front of your new friend. Are you okay? Was that some sort of ritualistic rite of healing I've never heard of before? You shrug against the floor. Amisia leans down and picks you up in a bridal carry, despite the fact that she's about half your size. It makes your ribs hurt, but what doesn't nowadays? Amisia lays you down on a weird, lumpy couch. Are you sure you're okay? You look a little... She trails off to nothing. She's looking at your left arm, which you have draped over yourself awkwardly to sort of try to hold your torso together. That color. At first you think she means the color of your skin, which is different than her light gray. Then you think she means the truly fantastic buffet of bruises you got going on. But then you realize that in your prancing idiocy, you've managed to scrape up the inside of your arm. Blood oozes sluggishly from your wound. Amisia dredges a finger through it. You're half expecting her to put it in her mouth and for this to become a whole cannibal situation. Well, since you aren't the same species, it wouldn't really be cannibalism, but still, no thanks. Instead, Amisia just holds her finger up, the drop of blood trembling on the tip. This color. I've never seen anything like it. She dashes off to one of her tables, pulling over a sketchbook and dragging her finger down it. Your blood paints a rusty line down the center. She lets out a little squeak of excitement. This is amazing! What, red? Not red! There's a million dirty little rusties swarming all over this city. Whoa, a little bit racist there. I'm drowning in red. This is crimson. It's incredible. You must be some sort of mutant. You're really lucky I found you instead of one of the drones. Lucky? You? Yes, very lucky, the luckiest. Though your arm is healed and you're out of whatever doubtlessly weird weather happens on this planet, maybe Amisia's right. Maybe you are lucky. You close your eyes and try to breathe. Zen yourself out. Really center yourself in your own body and all that garbage. Then you open your eyes and wow, you sure aren't centered anymore. In fact, you roll completely to the left as you try to get away from Amisia, who is back and standing over you with a gigantic axe. Watch out! Amisia grabs you, drags you back up onto the couch, and plants her hand on your solar plexus, effectively pinning you down. You'll hurt yourself if you keep flopping around like a beach blubber beast. You want to be friends, don't you? You want to help me with my artistic aspirations, right? You get the feeling that she might be trying to manipulate you. Just the tiniest little suspicion. It's possible Amisia has recognized your intense craving for companionship and is trying to exploit it. You don't like being suspicious of a new friend, but that is a pretty big axe. I don't know what's got you so worried. I just want to show you my axe. Oh, of course, makes sense. It is a really nice axe. You hold out your hand for it, but of course it is too heavy for you, and your hands are all sweaty, and you fumble it. Fumble the really sharp weapon. Ugh. Forgot about this part. Amisia tries to catch it before it's too late, and somehow in all the wriggly struggle, you end up getting cut. Like, very cut. Across both your wrists. Ugh. In fact, you don't think she could have aimed any better if she'd been trying. Oh. Oh dear. Hard agree. Don't struggle. You'll only hurt yourself more, silly. You don't want that, do you? No, you definitely don't want that. Not after what a Butterfingers you've proven to be. Amisia gets up to put the axe down, and you kind of lose track of her for a little while. You're bleeding all over her couch, and everything around you starts to go shiny and unreal. She comes back with a couple little jars that she uses to catch your blood. That's a good idea. You sure are making a mess. You wonder if they are specifically blood jars. They look like jam jars. Alien Jam. Space Jam. God, you love that movie. I do. It's been so long since you've seen it. Definitely the best PG movie about basketball. Way better than the one with the dog and the clown. Do they even have basketball here? You ask Amisia. She just shushes you and brushes your hair back off your forehead. She keeps smiling and saying comforting things. God, she's such a good friend. Before too long, you do what it's honestly a goddamn shock you haven't done before now. You pass out. When you come to, you are propped up against the wall in a weird way that you wouldn't love even if you weren't an invalid, and both of your arms are jammed in the hole in the wall. The med hole. The glory hole of well-being. The magic sphincter. You grunt and pull your arms back out. They're healed. The cuts on your wrists are just two faded pink lines. You take a step away from the wall and immediately hit the ground. You may not be actively dying anymore, but you did just lose like half the blood in your body. Gosh, you're tired. A little giggle makes you turn around. Or roll over since you're still on the floor and probably not getting up anytime soon. It's fine. You've met worse floors in your life. Amisia is sitting at one of her easels, her hair pulled back beneath a scarf and little round glasses perched on her nose. A jar of your blood sits next to her, and as you watch, she dips a brush in. I'm glad you're awake. I was a little worried it actually killed you back there. She laughs, and you laugh along with her. It's very funny. Actually, everything is funny right now. It's probably the blood loss. You ask her what she's painting. You, of course. You inspired me. Well, right now it just looks like a bunch of red squiggles and some lines, but she only just got started. She's warming up. She sits there on her stool, looking at her palette and chewing on her lip thoughtfully. She looks somewhat nervous. Actually, I want to show you something. Something I've never shown anyone else. She leaps up from her stool and crosses the studio. You roll to your other side to keep her in your line of sight. You really hope she isn't getting another Space Jam jar. She starts turning around the canvases one by one. They're all blank. Except for one, which has a little... Wait, no, that's just a shadow. Every single one of them is blank. You aren't sure you understand. You ask her if these are all just new canvases that she has not gotten the chance to paint on yet. Amisia sighs. No, I've had them for forever. I'm just... not a real painter. There, I said it. She buries her face in her hands, talking from between her fingers. I'm really good at all the other parts. The materials and the studio. I even make all my own paints. I just can never do the actual sitting down and doing art part. She just looks so despondent. You wish you could do something, but you don't really know that much about art, and you probably can't stand up yet. You tell her that she looks like she's moving in the right direction at least. You don't even have a studio or any brushes or stuff like that. Of course, you have no aspirations of being a painter, but you leave that part out. That's just it. I feel inspired for the first time ever. I think it has to be your messed up, disgusting mutant blood. Thanks. There's really no other explanation. She takes a knee beside you, picking up one of your limp hands with hers. They're cold, like she's been pressing them up to a glass window in winter. Usually I just finish off my contributors quickly. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of injured lowbloods moaning around my studio. But I couldn't just use your blood up all at once. You're far too special for that. You gaze at Amisia. A mist has descended over your vision, and it isn't even the mist of imminent death. I have to keep this precious blood safe. I think you might be my muse. You will never escape. It's, this one is an interesting friendship, honestly. Oh, she's got a little heart. I'm into that. But, we might have been better off not befriending this one either. Blue bloods so far are not, doing so well. Maybe don't trust them. I don't mean to be Castius, but, you know. Anyway, moving onward to our other child, Cirava, who I'm much more interested in. You might remember from the original playthrough, I actually posted some parts of the good run at the end of that video to kind of move the mood back into a nice area. So you might recognize a couple of these parts, but I promise, it's still worth watching the whole thing for. It's very good. Yes, a potential new friend approaches, and they almost look as messed up as you are. Whoa, what the fuck? You an alien? You nod enthusiastically. You sure hope your prospective new friend is comfortable with extraterrestrials. Things could get pretty awkward otherwise. You should really, like, not be outside. Freaks like you will get picked off by drones in a hot second. No offense. You don't like the sound of being picked off by drones. That would really inhibit your companionship plans. You hastily explain to this strange one-eyed troll that you crash-landed on this planet and are in desperate search of friendship. Your plight seems to move them. Well, shit. If you really don't have anywhere to be... I promised myself I wouldn't do anything risky. But what the hell? Come with me. Name's Cirava, by the way. You follow Cirava down a twisting stretch of road. Wow, this is going great already. You bet you'll have a new friend in no time. I'm still just all about your vaporwave aesthetic. It's so good. Alright, here's my hive. You can hide out here for now. I get a lot of followers who are pretty into aliens. They might get a kick out of this. You look around Cirava's hive in awe. They sure seem to have a batshit crazy taste in home decor. Checking out my aesthetic? I work pretty hard putting this place together. It's all about the look and the BG when you're streaming. Don't want my fans to think I live in a fucking dump and spend most of my days depressed and crying. You like Moisture Wave? I love Moisture Wave. You have no idea what the hell a Moisture Wave is, but you don't want to offend your new friend. You tell them you love it. Word. I'm actually streaming some chill beats as we speak. Check it. They gesture toward their strangely bulbous alien computer. On the screen is a GrubTube channel. Looking lo-fi aesthetic incubated beats. Wow, they sure have a lot of subscribers. You ask them if they drew that very nice anime girl they're using as a splash art. Nah, I just ripped it off some Eastern Alternian movie and recolored it to look like me. Fucking nailed it. You nod vigorously. This is very impressive. Don't steal art. Don't steal art. I said that in the first video, but credit your art. Anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of a big fucking deal online. I built up my own streaming empire. Worked my ass off. Nursed these beats to hell from tragically ill sample loops. It's not all fun and games, though. The life of a popular online guy. You can't even imagine the hardships I've gone through. All in the name of lo-fi, chill-hop, aesthetic moisture wave beats. That shit keeps me up at night. Cirava looks into the middle distance pensively, their one eye filled with poignant emotion. You never knew the life of a streamer could be so vaguely filled with torment. You're moved to cry a single tear. Yeah, you get it. You're really vibing on my emotional frequency, my dude. You know, you gotta suffer for popularity. You nod enthusiastically. You don't think you've ever been particularly popular, but you're very good at suffering. This is going great. Wish I could say more. Really get all emotionally vulnerable and share my tragic backstory. But ever since the incident, it's been so hard to trust new people. You feel me? The incident? This is so tantalizing. You just know that if you want to make a new friend, you're going to have to get them to confess their deepest insecurities and embarrassing secrets to you. That is how friendship works. It kind of actually does work that way. You place a sympathetic hand on Cirava's shoulder. You know what, dude? You really want to be friends? Yes, yes! You can't believe how pain-free and easy this experience has been. What a wonderful new friend you're about to make. You can practically feel the future bro embraces you two will surely share. They feel good. They feel right. You sure are eager. But like, if we're gonna be friends, we have got to work on your look. Your aesthetic is basically hot garbage right now. My followers can't see me hanging out with a fucking rando like this. I'm sure you understand. You aren't quite sure you follow. What's wrong with your look? You've always thought you had a simplistic charm. A face you could really put on a logo. You're not sure if you're ready to change up the tried and true classics for this newfangled teen. But you are so thirsty for Cirava's sweet friendship nectar. You need to taste it. You have to taste it. With a friend like them, you could really go places. You could be someone. You could finally be down with the hip youth of today. You tell Cirava you're willing to try anything to get onto the esteemed ranks of their friend list. Well, damn. Hold up, I've got an idea. Follow me. Cirava leads you up the winding stairs of their hive. Lining the walls are pictures of Cirava in strange poses in several different locations. They are surrounded by a few trolls you don't recognize, in similar silly fashions. Fellow members of the Moisture Wave community? I really gotta take that shit down. They're all dead to me. You want to ask if they mean that literally or not. You never know with trolls, but you keep your mouth shut. That's not to offend your new friend. Let's just move on and never speak of this again. Cirava leads you into a fairly large loft bedroom. This room is a bit less ostentatious than the streaming area downstairs. But still very good, because, you know, you got Naruto on the wall over here. Well, here we are. Welcome to my respite block. We're gonna get you hooked up. If you're gonna be my new friend, you gotta look the part. For streams and stuff, you know? We'll have to make you a Chitter account, too. It's good for my image to have friends. The pickings have been pretty slim ever since the incident. On that ominous note, Cirava presses a button on the wall, and a large door opens to reveal an expansive walk-in closet filled with colorful accessories and clothes. It looks like a regular batshit neon shirtpocalypse. Well, have at it. Unless you want me to help you pick out a look. Last time, I let Cirava pick out my look. My look with a Q. But that didn't quite work out, so I'm gonna take a crack at this myself. So I'm gonna pick out my own look. You let Cirava know you are perfectly comfortable picking out your own look. You think you can figure out this fashion business easily enough? What could possibly go wrong? This is child's play. Yeah, man. Fashion is just all about, like, what you're feeling. And also what's trending, but you know. We're the ones that start the trends. You strike me as a real influencer. Go for it, my dude. You enter the closet tentatively. As soon as Cirava is out of sight, your stupid ego deflates like a farting balloon. You don't know the first thing about the hip youth alien fashion of today. This is going to be an absolute shit show, you reckon. You are fully prepared to make an utter fool of yourself. Well, might as well get started. You pick a few accessories off the shelves at random. A bright pink hat? Sure. You tilt it jauntily to the side. You're pretty sure that's cool? Sunglasses, definitely. That's a no-brainer. No cool guy would be caught dead without a sweet pair of shades. You select the most ostentatious pair available. You think you're getting the hang of this moisture wave aesthetic. You just have to look like the biggest tool possible. Several accessories later. Fucking take a look at this fucking look. It's so good. Wow, neato, radical. It's so good. It's so good, guys. I love it. Oh my fuck. This shit is transcendent. Wow. You got me speechless. Just, damn. Look at you. It's like you're a whole new guy. A much chiller and cooler guy who I now gotta be friends with right now immediately. Now all we gotta do is debut you to my hundreds and thousands of followers. This is gonna be fucking great. Let's take some selfies. Your heart is soaring. You did it! You really did it! You're down with the kids. I just keep thinking of that picture of Steve Buscemi just as a skater kid. You know the one. And now Cirava wants to take the coveted selfies with you. This night couldn't be going any better. You may look like a complete asshole, but if it can win you popularity with a bunch of alien teenagers, then an asshole you will be. Selling out is amazing. Well, what are you waiting for? Get over here. We're gonna take some fees. I guarantee the hip youth of today don't call them fees, but alright. You pose with Cirava for several that's a tongue twister. Several selfies. They put their arm around you in a gesture of newly formed friendship. You are beaming with friend pride. Oh, hell yeah. These are turning out great. Damn. We're killing it. Now all I gotta do is post them. Cirava fiddles around with her phone for a while. You're so nervous. You've never been internet famous before. You hope the new fame won't change you too much. Or maybe you do hope it will change you. Change you into someone with a ton of friends. And the likes are rolling in. Oh yes. I live for this shit. This one guy is asking if you want any of your quadrants filled. Oh, and this girl loves your shades. Damn, a lot of people asking if you're single. Don't go for it though. My followers are fucking freaks, dude. You aren't quite sure what filling a quadrant is. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sounds like some kind of fucked up alien ritual. It is. But if it's anything like friendship, you are all for it. Welcome to my twisted internet fame. Let's chill out and listen to some beats. You vape? I got a pretty juicy rig downstairs. God damn it. Alright, here's some, like, in real life can information. I recently started smoking CBD oil. It helps a lot for the anxiety, my dudes. I recommend. Anyway. Before you know it, you're sitting on Cirava's couch, watching them finagle with a horrifyingly elaborate vape rig that appears to be made out of some sort of living larvae. You don't want to know. Cirava places her mouth on what surely must be a bug anus and inhales deeply. The rig makes an awful, high-pitched rattling noise. You think you're going to vomit. Oh man, that's the good stuff. Here you go, dude. You take the trembling insect into your hands. Well, here goes. Your final hurdle to eternal friendship and popularity. You vape vigorously, inhaling as much as you can. The vapor fills your lungs immediately. It burns. A lot. You suddenly realize that you're not quite sure if this alien vape juice is compatible with your anatomy. You could have just inhaled a bug ass full of poison like a fucking idiot. What a way to die. Your vision swims. Yeah, you got it. Just hold it in. Tears stream down your face as you hold it in your double lungful of insect gas. You sure are glad you have on your pair of cool shades, or you would never be able to live this embarrassment down. You're not sure how long you're supposed to do this? As long as it takes. You can exhale now. You cough and sputter, green vapor spewing from your mouth straight into Cirava's face. You did it! You lived! Oh man, that was sick. Your head feels light and woozy, and you giggle. Yeah. The two of you kick back and relax on the couch, and you stare up at the ceiling. Whoa. When did that huge wasp nest get there? Crazy, man. Cirava's music suddenly sounds a lot more interesting. Oh god, I wish I could read Alternian. The words just passed by. Probably says some bullshit. Dude. Today has been way chiller than I ever expected. Oh shit, it's a horse. Guys, look, it's a horse. You are officially my best friend for life. Just promise me you'll never betray me. You promise. This is incredible. You love your new friend. You watch as they effortlessly take another huge rip from their vape rig. I've been burned in the past. More Alternian on the screen. It's not easy being popular online. Especially as a low blood. I used to be such a fucking big shot. Got into sassy fights with high bloods on Shitter. I always had some shit to say. Then shit got out of control. I'm a psionic, so bitches started reporting me as way more powerful than I really am. Trying to get me all enslaved and shit so I couldn't keep up with my streams. Shut up, I don't care that my disk is almost full. It's all jealousy, you know? My stupid ass friends all turned on me so they wouldn't be targeted next. So I took matters into my own hands. Gouged out my fucking eye. It was sick as fuck. Can't use me as a battery bitch. I still got a big following, but I don't really talk online anymore. Better just stay under the radar and not piss people off. Just be chill. And if I don't get close to my followers, they can't try to use me. Of course, that just means I no longer have any goddamn friends. Well, until you. You are truly moved. What a special bond you have formed with your new friend, to have them open up to you about their darkest secrets. This is the most significant and transcendent moment you have ever experienced. The two of you share a beautiful and tender bro embrace, the likes of which will never be replicated in this known universe again, for all time, forever. Probably. You don't really know. You're high as fuck right now. High time. Hell yeah. This is definitely like the chillest friend we have made. Yeah, it kinda sucks. Like, Cirava's had a hard-ass time, and I feel hella bad. But now we get to be buddies, and we could just be high all the time, and we don't have to have any more friends. We could just chill here for, like, the end of times. Yeah. Anyhow, that's the end of Volume 2. We have successfully befriended both of these cuties, and we will continue next time into Volume 3 and see how things are going over there. If you'd like to hear me ramble about stuff, you can come follow me on Twitter at SwiftMartyrdom. I'm also around Tumblr as GatoNip, and I'm always wandering around YouTube, watching things. Definitely not watching vape videos. What? Not me. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!